Alright, so this is not a new story, but I do think it's something that we need to readdress. No pun intended. So just to catch you up, he is they are the non-binary nuclear waste energy guru that the Biden administration hired to, I suppose, handle dealing with nuclear waste, dealing with waste management, but all they've managed to do so far is make this administration an even bigger embarrassment than they already were. To kind of like round it all out, Sam Brinton has a very weird, sketchy past into some doggy play with other non-binary people and has been, seen out in public wearing various women's attire. And now we have this situation where they were caught stealing luggage from the airport and then parading around in the clothing that they absconded with. Well, now we have the ensuing legal case because, of course, this is a crime, and as such, not that they'll face any jail time for it, these are privileged people here. But irregardless, Sam is in a bit of hot water. So from the Daily Mail here, we have a headline here. Why would you want some lady's dirty clothes? Biden's non-binary nuclear waste guru Sam Sticky Fingers Brinton is peppered with embarrassing questions as he arrives. That's funny that they say he. I guess maybe he does use he as well. I don't know. I don't really care. As he arrives at court charged with stealing woman's airport luggage. So President Joe Biden's I do at least appreciate the fact that they actually relieved them of their duty. Former non-binary nuclear waste guru Sam Brinton walked out of a Minnesota court after a preliminary hearing on luggage theft charges on Wednesday. Brinton, the former Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition at the Department of Energy's Office of Nuclear Energy, could face up to 5 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine if found guilty. Now, my guess is it's going to be probably just the $10,000 fine if we're lucky. I mean, these people do not face the same charges and same consequences for their actions as you and me. That's just the way it works. Items from one of the bags was appraised at $2,325. American Airlines later confirmed that Brinton had not checked a bag on their flight from Washington, D.C. The victim was shown footage of Brinton with the suitcase. She confirmed that it was her luggage. In court Wednesday, Brinton was ordered not to have any contact with the victim. And this is Sam walking out of court, surprisingly wearing something that resembles almost masculine attire. The color might, maybe not so much, but it at least looks like a man's suit. So yeah, there's been the ensuing back and forth, but this is just another. Yeah, here's Sam on airport cam actually stealing the luggage. This is just more of the same. This is this diversity and equity inclusion in our government these days that isn't hiring based on merit. It's hiring based on characteristics of the person that have nothing to do with their qualification for the job. It has to do with how they identify, which I'm sorry, I don't really give a rat's ass how you identify. If you're in a government position, if you're in a position of authority, you should be hired based on your qualifications and not what's between your legs or what you claim you are. So this article from the Daily Mail is a couple weeks old, I think. More recently from the New York Post, we have a fashion designer who claims that Sam Brinton wore her clothes that were stolen from D.C. airport in 2018. So this has been going on for a while now. This isn't some recent habit that Sam has picked up. This is God only knows how long this person. How did they not vet this person? 2018. I don't even remember if Joe Biden had announced his candidacy at that point yet. That's 2 years before the 2020 election was finalized. This person wasn't even given their job until after Biden was elected. So how is it possible that this person has this kind of history and yet nobody knew about it? So the article goes on to say a fashion designer from Houston claimed that disgraced former Department of Energy official Sam Brinton wore the custom-made clothes that she had reported missing from a Washington, D.C. airport in 2018. I'm going to botch this name, so I do apologize. Aja Kamzin, I believe is how you'd say it, a Tanzanian fashion designer who had made her own clothing for years, shared the shocking connection in a Monday tweet that had since gone viral. Kempson said she found photos of Brinton wearing her custom clothing that she had packed in the missing bag after learning that Brinton had been charged with stealing multiple pieces of luggage from 2 U.S. airports. The fashion designer tweeted photos showing some of the clothes she lost, and then Brinton, who identifies as non-binary and uses they-them pronouns. Well, bad on you, Daily Mail, you didn't use they-them, wearing the same outfits. She says, I saw the images. Those were my custom designs, which were lost in that bag in 2018, she told Fox News. He wore my clothes, which was stolen. So this is the one of the pieces of clothing, very non-Euro-American, very, very ethnic look for something that you wouldn't see around here in the States very often. Has a very distinctive look. And here's the designer, the woman that actually designed the clothing. And so you can see in this runway from her fashion show, her clothing has a very specific look, and it definitely is way more. It's not something that Sam probably could have walked into any store on the street corner and just picked up. This looks like very custom designed clothing. I mean, look at it. Kamsen's bag vanished from the Ronald Reagan Washington Airport on March 9th, 2018. After she flew into the Capitol for an event where she was to put her clothes on display, she told Fox. However, after the bag disappeared, she was unable to participate. Her husband filed reports with the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority Police Department and filed a claim with Delta Airlines, which is the airline Kamsen used to fly from Houston to D.C. The bag was never recovered. Communications between Delta and Kamsen shared with Fox News show the fashion designer pleading with the airline for her bag back, saying it was full of expensive clothes, shoes, jewelry, and other personal items. And I believe in this article, I can't remember if you see... Oh, God, this picture is frightening. I can't remember if there's a picture that shows the necklace, because there was a matching necklace from two separate photos. Okay, I'll have to find that. But this article, a little bit more updated. This is just from yesterday, February 27th. Oh, today, actually. Well, if you're watching this video on Tuesday, it was on Monday, the 27th. Houston police refer investigation of ex-Biden staffer Sam Brinton's alleged airport luggage theft to FBI. This is from Fox News here. But Sam Brinton has not been charged with any crime related to Aja Kamsen's claims. Article says the Houston Police Department has referred its investigation of a former Biden administration officials charged in two separate luggage thefts to the FBI, Fox News Digital has learned. The case centers around Houston-based Tanzanian fashion designer Aja Kamsen, who alleged earlier this month that clothing worn by former Department of Energy official Sam Brinton had been contained in her luggage that she reported missing on March 9th. Okay, so yeah, the same story we already heard. But now they're actually recommending charges, but to be honest, I don't have any faith that there's going to be charges. I mean, the reality is this person has multiple layers of privilege to hide behind. I just don't see a way that anything actually happens. It would be against the way that our entire society works if something actually came out of this. Okay, so I've got this is the Twitter account of the actual designer of the clothing in question. And what's funny about this, you've got the side-by-side comparison of Sam wearing the clothing and the clothing at an actual fashion show. And I believe if we scroll further down, there's even a side-by-side. Yes, right here. She said on February 23rd, even this jewelry was lost in my bag. You look at this. Look at the necklace here. I hate to say it's a necklace. I'm not quite sure what the proper term would be for, but it was called a necklace. And then you look at the one that Sam is wearing, and these are identical. It is literally the exact same freaking piece of jewelry. The fact that he had the audacity to not only have this in his past where he was robbing luggage from airports, which is absolutely going to land you, if you're a normal person, in jail for years. Prison time. Years and years and years of prison time. But this person then went on to get hired by the Biden administration for a job that they probably have zero qualifications for, but because of their diversity, because of their gender, because of their pronouns, all these shields that they're using to hide their scummy behavior, nothing will ever come of it. I mean, we all know that the FBI, let's be honest, the FBI is not as squeaky clean as they would like to come off. And they definitely have had a political bias for years. So the odds of anything actually happening to this person, not happening. Not likely at all, in my opinion. But we'll see. All we can do is wait and see and hope that something happens. This poor woman who lost all of her clothing, all this expensive jewelry, all of her designs, I hope that she's at least able to sue this person. Even if she doesn't get to see him go to jail, at least maybe she can get some civil punitive damages or something out of them. I just hope it doesn't cost her an arm and a leg, because it's not right that she would have to take him to court when this person is clearly guilty of what he's accused of. All right, until next time, guys, I'm out of here.